Right, 2 weeks left to go, 5 teams left, no faffing around, let's do this. Here we are, playoffs week 2, consisting of rounds 2 and 3 of the LEC. But last week, I went out, so not much more to go about that. There's 3 left, Terry, Dee and Duncan, and there is a round 3 change here. Rogue don't have an opponent as of these predictions, so we had to make sure that we took that into account. 4 sets of predictions for 3 matches. So without further ado, it's the week 2 rundown. Let's go. Here we are, game 1. Losers bracket, Mad Lions versus Schalke. Would the miracle run continue? Well, based on the first game, you would think so. Schalke were pretty dominant in their objective game, and the kills around it as well. Ended up with a nice Baron in the middle of a team fight, and finishing the first game 21 kills to 9. Could they keep the momentum up though? Well, we'd have to find out in game 2, and it started to fall apart a little bit unfortunately. Mad Lions started to realise that they were the top 2 of the split and started to take advantage. Started to play objectives around, play the map a little bit, pick Schalke off when they were weakest. An uncontested Baron led to them winning game 2, 15 kills to 5, just shy of 29 minutes. As we move to game 3, the dominance just started to show. Mad Lions' experience started to show a little bit more. The Mad Lions of the split was showing, and Schalke just couldn't really step up, which is a shame. But they played where they could until around 25 minutes, where Mad then just took it over, 19 kills to 11, and snatched themselves game 3. So match point went to game 4. And early objective game from Schalke made it look like they were coming for a comeback. But first blood, just shy of 10 minutes, didn't really change anything. And the longer it went on, even though Schalke were getting first objectives, Mad Lions were getting the kills and the gold where it mattered. Uncontested Baron at 21 minutes 11, and 10 minutes later, rounding out the series. So, here are the good old results for the fastest. Mad Lions ended up with the fastest tower at 11:37. Herald, just shy of 9 minutes. Baron, as we discussed, at 21 minutes. And the win at that 28.5 minutes. Also getting the first blood made it a mad game. Schalke got themselves a consolation, fastest dragon, but the miracle run is over as Mad Lions won 3-1. But we've got 2 games left, and now that we know who Rogue are taking on, let's go back up to the winners bracket. So, G2 versus Fnatic. And here we are. G2 starting a little strong with first blood, but Fnatic just taking stuff over. Got themselves a Herald, got themselves a Dragon, got themselves some nice little picks. Used that Herald to good effect. And then, uncontested Baron, now after a team fight, and won the first game 21 kills to 8. Could G2 pick it back up in game 2? Well, short answer, yes. Long answer, objectives. Even though Fnatic got the first blood of the game, G2 started taking everything else. Getting the Herald and the Dragon, using it to good effect on the tower, as you do. Not that it stopped Fnatic from getting the first tower. And Baron fight while chasing down the jungle of Whippo left them getting evens at 1 apiece. So game 3, could this just go out to a 5-gamer? Well, let's find out. G2 got themselves an early dragon, but Fnatic decided they wanted blood and got it. Not much happened for a few minutes afterwards, just objectives taken, even kill count, the usual fare of a defensive game. And then Fnatic went and took a Baron, and everything changed, and they got themselves a win. A bit closer, 18 kills to 15. Game 4. Could G2 get back into this again? You want me to go long answer, short answer again? No, it's not happening. Objectives were taken during replays. Herald taken by Fnatic just because they could. G2 taking a tower because they weren't scared of no Baron, or even a Herald. They really weren't scared of a Baron when they took it down at 23 minutes exactly, and evened it up at 2 games apiece, just shy of 26 minutes. So, all the marbles, Game 5, first 5-match series of the playoffs, and G2 were here for the kill. They were taking everything. Minus the first dragon, of course. Fnatic had that at 11 minutes. But G2 were ready to take this game. Had the base down, had everything going. And then Fnatic just next level. And took the series 3 games to 2. So again, here is the list of results. G2 taking most of them. Getting the fastest tower, dragon and herald, and the fastest win. Not that that counted for much in terms of actual series score. Fnatic ended up with the Baron in the first blood, and our predictors got themselves a lot of points. I'll spoil it now, D ended up getting a full sweep of this game. So, 6 easy points for them. But would it help in the last game, as Rogue now take on Mad Lions? The top of the table fight in the losers bracket, one of them had to go home. Was it going to be Rogue or was it going to be Mad? Well, from the way that Mad came out of the blocks, it was Rogues to win. They just took over, taking objectives, stealing them from Mad Lions, killing, lots of kills. It was 15-4 by the time they took the first Baron, and it was 18-4 by the time they finished it a couple of minutes later. That's one down. But could Mad Lions take over and get a win back? No, not really. They got the strong objective game initially, and then Rogue just turned up and said, "Hi, we want this series, we want to prove we were the top team." And they did, taking game 2, 23 kills to 7. One more opportunity, game point, and Mad Lions unfortunately just fell apart. Rogue got the first blood, and while Mad Lions got themselves an early Infernal Drake, it didn't really go out well for them, as other objectives were just being comfortably taken by Rogue in the middle of picks. So when it came to that final Baron, even though they were down on, up on kills even, it just didn't work. Rogue win, 3-0. And there is the list of the times, because to be fair, the games went pretty quick by LEC standards. Tower nearly taken by Rogue in under 10 minutes. Now, while the Mad Lions did get the Dragon and the Herald also early, it was Rogue that took all the rest. A relatively late first blood at 3 minutes 25, but a comfortable win for Rogue, and they would end up in the semi-finals in playoffs week 3. But enough about the LEC, let's see how we did. So, here are the good old predictions for the first time. As you can see, these G2 versus Fnatic score, as mentioned earlier, was perfect and sublime, if not for the series score. Duncan also had a very, very strong performance. Terry's not so much. It didn't go down very well for him. But how did this lead into the actual scores? So we had a tiebreaker, and it was between Dee and Duncan. Dee came out on top by getting more correct scores. So they're there at 14 and first. Duncan was at 14 and second, and unfortunately Terry missed out. At 8 points, he was eliminated. So there was a 50-50 shot of a trophy heading to Canada, or going down the road. But who'll win? Join us next week for the last Fantasy League of Season 2. We'll see you then.